for you. It's the Pirates and the Mets here from Citi Field, and the Pirates succeeded in flushing their losing streak. They stepped right up and beat the Mets yesterday, and today they look for a second straight victory here as they begin this road trip out east. And welcome into the booth here tonight. Joe Block and John Wayne are with you, and the Pirates shuffling up their lineup yesterday, moving Starling Marte atop the order, and that seemed to work for the Pirates yesterday.
I've always liked Marte at the top of the order because he can get on base, he can steal a bag, he puts pressure on the defense and the opposing pitcher. You see there, he caused an error early on. He immediately, the next pitch, steals second base. Josh Bell got him over, got him in. He drew a walk, stole another base, which led to another run. Later on in the game, he flares one into center field, comes around and scores a third time. So Clint Hurdle decided to move things around. It started with Marte, and the Bucks pulled out a big victory.
Yeah, the offense was definitely changed for the better. They scored 6 runs last night. That means you score as the Bucks score. So already $6 off tickets in most sections. You go to pirates.com/uscore, and Pirates have an opportunity to add to that again here tonight and tomorrow as well. And they'll also try to score some runs and try to boost Chad Kuhl. He had been on a roll, and he looks to get back to form here tonight. It'll be Kuhl and the gang here in New York to take on the Mets. That's coming up next here on AT & T Sportsnet. Taking on the Mets tonight, trying to build off their victory from a night ago. And Chad Kuhl will get the ball, looking to rebound from a rare tough start for him. He was pitching about as well as anybody around prior to that last start, but fell on some hard times.
Yeah, I mean, he had 5 really good starts before this last start against the Diamondbacks, where he gave up 8 hits, 8 earned runs, and 2 innings of work. He's been pitching well on the road as well recently, although 4.08 ERA in 7 starts this year. Steven Matz, he doesn't pitch very well here at Citi Field this season. 4.71 ERA at home in 7 starts, even though opponents only hit 227 against him here at Citi Field.
And for Kuhl, his dad and sister and brother-in-law are all here tonight to cheer him on as the Buccos take on the New York Mets. So let's go back to our studios and check in with Rob King. He's got a game break. It's too easy. For New York tonight, Pirates will feature a little bit different lineup as they usually do against left-handers, and they haven't seen Mats in some time. Chad Kuhl goes for the Buccos tonight here at Citi Field. Nice ballpark here in Flushing, New York. And the RAV4 lineup for the Buccos tonight: Starling Marte back at top of the order. That's his career record batting in the leadoff spot. With Austin Meadows back in the lineup, Josh Harrison hits third. David Freese is the cleanup man tonight with Diaz and Osuna 5 and 6. Polanco in the lineup hitting 7th. Mercer and Kuhl will round out Clint Hurdle's order.
And they'll face the 6'2", 200-pound Steven Matz, 3-5, a 3.68 ERA in 14 starts, 63 punch-outs, 71 innings pitched. A 4-pitch pitcher is Matz. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. Fastball averages right around 93 miles per hour.
And the men who will haul in the balls put in play tonight. The Honda defense for the Mets. Todd Frazier swings back into the lineup with Reyes, Cabrera, and Flores on the opposite side of the diamond. Smith, Conforto, and Bautista. In the outfield, Kevin Plawecki started at first yesterday, normally a catcher. He's back behind the dish tonight. Battery made a Mats. So Marte very active yesterday in that top spot. Right back in there, 9 home runs. And 2 stolen bases yesterday. Easy play for Frazier.
When you're batting leadoff, I think it's always interesting because you can all day long, if you know you're batting leadoff, you can think about what you plan on doing. You know, the situation isn't going to change. You're going to bat first and most likely get a first pitch strike. And Marte swinging at the first one, tries to lay a bunt down, but Todd Frazier playing in, easy play for him.
So now Austin Meadows, rookie, having a fine start to his big league career. And not afraid to hit left-handed pitching in that second spot in the order against the lefty. Umpiring crew. Nora down there at third. Now in there for a strike. Fielding Culbreth is the crew chief behind the plate with C.B. Buckner at first, Chris Conroy at second. Now the Youngstown native Brian O'Nora over at third. Now even up on Meadows. Got the shift on for the lefty batter. Although we've seen Meadows be able to defeat that.
Well, I mean, he'll use the whole field. He'll spray the ball around. He doesn't hit a bunch of ground balls to the left side. It's more to the right. So we're seeing this more and more for Austin Meadows.
Three-two.
Ooh, got him in the helmet.
Off-speed pitch up off the helmet. Brian Housen and Clint Hurdle alerted. Meadows up and at him, and I think the head athletic trainer Brian Housen just wants to talk with him and make sure.
Yeah, I think anytime you're hitting the helmet, they're going to want to check on you, make sure you're okay.
Well, there's a few questions that are asked. Make sure there isn't anything that is awry. And Meadows got out of the way, partially skimmed the helmet, thank goodness. Still, any contact up there, you got to be very careful. And Meadows wears that C flap there, as a lot of players are starting to do, and why not? It just gives you some extra protection.
Yeah, if it doesn't affect your vision.
So Meadows aboard on a hit by pitch, something that Josh Harrison knows too well about. Missed some significant time after being hit with a pitch at the end of last season and at the beginning of this one.
I think when you start your big league career, you want to get rid of as many zeros as you can on your stat line. That one maybe isn't a top priority. The hit by pitch, that's his first one.
Matt's looking right at him. That's a no.
Austin has 1-0 left now. Sacrifice bunt. Checked them all off.
Trying to stay out of a double play, and Jay Hayes will be out by plenty there. And I don't know if something's all right with him, but I think he fell out of the box. So that's it for Mats. And now Chad Kuhl out for the Buccos. That double play ball. Now the Mets will get their turn at the bat. And the lineup for Mickey Callaway's Mets: Jose Bautista batting leadoff for the first time this season in front of Michael Conforto, and Todd Frazier back in the lineup hits third. At third, Asdrubal Cabrera. Wilmer Flores, the 3-run pinch hit home run last night. Dominic Smith will slide down to 6. Plawecki, Reyes, and Mats, the bottom of the Mets order.
And Chad Kuhl, I'm sure, is look forward to this start. After his last one, as we showed you, it wasn't a good one. 4.56 ERA. And the ERA went up almost a full point. It went from 3.76 to 4.56 in that one start where he gave up 8 earned runs against Arizona his last time out. His 5 starts before that last one, he gave up 8 earned runs. Almost 30 innings, just under 30 innings.
Bautista with a base hit. He's been swinging a hot bat since he joined the Mets after the Braves cut him free. And the Pirates defense tonight: Austin Meadows, man's left, with Marte and Polanco joining him in the outfield. Freys, Mercer, Harrison, and Jose Osuna getting the start at first, with Elias Diaz doing the catching of Kuhl. Diaz in there again. And Michael Conforto flip-flopping with Bautista atop the Mets order. Hitting at 230. It's coming up a little bit, but after a very good season last year, had to return to form. Off-season surgery. The old charge bugle, that I remember that was a staple at ballparks years ago. Got to be an old recording.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Nice touches here in this ballpark. Seeing a lot of Bucco fans on a bad drive over from the area. Pick off play, and just back in. Bautista either jammed his fingers or Osuna put on a nice hard tag over there. Yeah, looked like he jammed the pinky, which is keeping Brandon Nimmo out of the lineup for the Mets tonight. Banged up right pinky finger. He's been their best hitter lately. Bautista probably a close second. Little pop. Jay Hay secures the first out. Cool, trying to get through the first inning and get that confidence back right away and get into a groove. Todd Frazier signed as a free agent. .222 the batting average. Big home run hitter in recent years for the Mets are Barrel Automotive League leaders and the active players who have homered against the Pirates most frequently, using an at-bat to home run ratio. And for Todd Frazier, he is third on that list, just behind Mark Reynolds.
Big names on that list.
And I believe it was caught. It was. It bounced within the glove of Meadows, and that is the second out. That's got to be a tough play. Ball lined right at you like that.
Yeah, that ball didn't get too high off the ground, so you don't really expect it to get out that far. That ball just kept carrying and wouldn't come down, and Austin Meadows going over and kind of falling to his left. And you called it. Good eyes, Joe, from way up here, seeing that ball kind of bounced in the glove. Jose Bautista was waiting for a call before he retreated.
And so a nice play by Meadows. Frazier back to the Mets dugout. Bautista with 1 steal in 3 tries at age 37. Asdrubal Cabrera, 13 home runs. Switch hitter having a nice offensive season. This Mets club has not been having a good time offensively. Good time overall, really. They have struggled under first-year manager Mickey Callaway. They got off to a great start. They were 11-1 at one point, but they have now lost 19 of 23. And the fewest runs scored per game in the league in that span. Now that wild pitch moves Bautista up.
Well, yeah, that one got way out in front of home plate. I didn't see the velocity. I assume that's a fastball. And the reason I assume that is because Diaz did not try to go down and block it. That's usually the case with a fastball.
Now 3-0. Looked like back-to-back changeups, Rock, I think. And that would be the same thing, right? A changeup or a fastball?
Well,
it's not a breaking pitch.
Anything soft, I mean, you have time to go down and block it. You know, a fastball, you don't anticipate it being in the dirt because it's a fastball. And at the big league level, there aren't very many fastballs that bounce. And so guys don't anticipate the ball being in the dirt. So a lot of times by the time they see it's down, it's too late for them to get into that position, where if it's something soft, a changeup or a breaking ball, you know, it's softer and guys usually like to throw it down, and they're more likely to throw those pitches in the dirt. So you got to anticipate a pitch in the dirt and get down and block it.
That last one, a fastball that Diaz had to come out of his crouch to corral. Wilmer Flores pinch hit 3-run home run last night. Has some friends on the bases now with 2 outs. That was a fastball at 97 from Cool. And 2 wild pitches in the inning.
Yeah, and again, that's missing by quite a ways.
Earlier this season, Cool kind of had a penchant for doing that, and then looked like he had gotten that out of his system, but it's back again.
And Ray just a friendly chat, just trying to get him to settle down and not try to overthrow and just execute.
I don't want to hand the Mets anything. I mean, they still have a capable offense, but again, like I said, this has not been like the last opponents, the Diamondbacks, who had been on a hot streak offensively. The Mets have been pretty cold, save for the 3 runs off the bat of Flores last night in a 6-4 Pirates win.
And no surprise they went with a breaking ball there to throw a strike. Flores with the big home run for the Mets last night against Tyler Glasnow, and he turned around a fastball that was up inner half of the plate. Anytime you turn around a Glasnow fastball, you know you're a pretty good fastball hitter.
'97 missing low. Runners in scoring position with 2 outs for the Mets. Cool is allowed a single and a walk, a couple of wild pitches.
Yeah, you know, Flores will look that red fastball here. We'll see if he gets it.
And that gets through the left side. 1 run is in. Cabrera will score. That throw is awry. That allows Flores to move up. And the Mets played a pair here in the first inning.
Been a bit of a problem for the Pirates recently. The last 6 or so games, giving up runs in the first inning. Didn't throw the fastball through the slider, but left it up inner half. And Flores didn't exactly crush it, but was able to find that hole on the left side. And Austin Meadows thought he might have a shot at Cabrera at home. Throw was offline. Diaz thought he had a shot at Flores at second.
When Smith fouls it away, so it goes as an error on Diaz. Flores took second on the throw home. Single and 2 RBIs for Flores. 5 RBIs in his 2 at bats against the Pirates in the series. Bautista scoring after that leadoff single. Diaz will have a play. Oh my. They might give him an error on that. We'll see.
I mean, it was up there high enough that you had plenty of time to get under it and make a play. These types of balls behind home plate have a ton of backspin, and that's why you saw that ball giving Diaz some trouble. And I'm assuming that that ball hit his glove.
It did, and it's an error.
If it didn't hit his glove, it's a fair ball. And you could have been out of the inning.
And a charitable strike 3 call on the swing. 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors in the Mets' first inning. Lead through an inning. Elias Diaz committing 2 errors in the frame. He'll bat second here. A chance to atone. Plenty of ball game left.
Usually catchers on pop-ups, they're always told that, stay behind the ball as the ball's going to, with its spin, come back towards the playing field.
He was way in on it.
And he was kind of on his own too. I mean, normally, if you have a chance to get under it as an infielder, Freese was playing back with the left-handed batter up at third. Not sure if he would have had a chance to get there or not, but you see the wind there helping that ball blow towards the infield. But it didn't harm anything. Got the out. Kept the Mets at 2.
David Freese is the cleanup hitter tonight. Soft ground ball out to start the second. One third baseman to another. Elias Diaz been hitting lefties well. He's been in there every day since Cervelli hit the 7-day concussion disabled list. Having a fine year offensively, just under 300. And the power has shown up. Hard grounder. Second out. Let's go downstairs to Robbie. How's it feel down there?
Well, we talked about this in St. Louis, and we just saw the play with Elias Diaz where he missed that foul ball due to the wind. And I can tell you, if you can see my shirt whipping a little bit, it's actually kind of slowed down for the last couple seconds. But this wind is howling out here in the outfield area. I don't know what kind of havoc's going to play on any of the outfielders, on any routine or non-routine fly balls. But look for it to be a factor tonight, because now it's starting to pick up just a little bit more. And it is pretty intense out here, guys. So it's not a surprise that Diaz would have a tough time handling that ball earlier last inning.
Well, thanks, Robbie. Yeah, you don't usually see a catcher have to go so far after he kind of sizes up where it is. I mean, Diaz had to move another 20 feet or so from his initial landing spot, and even though there are several decks to this ballpark, Seems like there is some wind down at least above on pop-ups and fly balls. We'll see how it plays the rest of the night.
In certain ballparks, I know the old cookie cutter ballparks, the wind would kind of give you the reverse effect. If it's blowing out, you know, if you see the flags blowing out above the stadium at the field level, it would blow in. It would blow the opposite direction.
Steven Matz retires the Pirates in order in the second. And the Pirates nothing. Chad Kuhl not too far from his hometown of Bear, Delaware. So Father Clint is here along with Sister Courtney and her husband Alex, all here taking in Chad's start. Kevin Plawecki. A Boilermaker. He played his college ball at Purdue.
Boo.
Rival Big Ten school of your alma mater. That's where Bob Friend pitched years ago.
At Purdue.
Yeah. Been trying to track down Plawecki to see what they've got there in West Lafayette. I'm sure they have something commemorating Bob's tenure there at Purdue.
You would think.
One of the greatest players ever to come out of Purdue. Catchers are always busy before the game.
Typically, yeah.
I think he went. C.B. Buckner says yes. And Plawecki has struck out.
And a late breaking slider starts on the outer third, breaks just off the outer edge. Plawecki thought he held up, but those are always tough calls, I think. You know, check swing.
It's kind of vague.
Yeah,
you know what the description of what really is a.
I would ask
swing.
all the umpires. You know, if I was at third base, you know, what do you look for? If he offered at the pitch, but like, what do you look for? That's about the same thing you get from everybody.
Yeah, I think that the general consensus, and there's nothing that specifies this, but if the bat is what, parallel to the plate, right? But if you extend beyond that, I guess, you know, right, flat along the plate, if you keep your the swing back, it's not a swing. If it goes beyond that,
You ask
they
him,
usually call
you
a swing.
see if the bat goes across the plate. No, we see if he offers it the pitch.
Yeah. So
You know, at home, they broke
Yeah.
his wrist.
yeah.
Nothing to do with breaking the wrist. If he, you know, they say they offered it to pitch.
No. Just an opinion. And you debate that all the way from, you know, playing wiffle ball,
Oh yeah.
coach pitch on up, you know, right? Little liner over the leaping Jay Hay. A base hit for Jose Reyes.
Looked like a slider, left it up a little bit. Didn't get all of it, did Reyes, but enough of it. And Jay Hay just out of his reach.
5'8" second baseman. Matt's trying to move him over. Native of Long Island, and the first Met to make his major league debut as a Long Island native since Ray Searage back in '81. Pirates pitching coach. Bunt is successful. Reyes to second with 2 away.
Perfect execution.
Cole knows something about that. He's laid down 6 sacrifices now. Matz puts one down. RBI chance for Bautista. Josh Harrison there up the middle. Shift for the right-handed batter. Then they got enough data on Bautista at this point in his career.
Yeah, you would think.
Yep, 3 on the left side. Age 37 now. Right to freeze. And that's that. So Cool settles down. And through 2, it's 2-0 New York.
The Pride Parade was held Sunday in New York City, and MLB made some history as they joined the parade for the first time this year. Baseball and the NFL joined National Hockey League, NBA, and WNBA, making this year's parade the largest number of sports league representation in the league's history. Now, Billy Bean is MLB's VP of Social Responsibility and Inclusion. He was there, along with former Major League Baseball umpire Dale Scott. Also in attendance was Tyrone Brooks, who's MLB's Senior Director of the Front Office and Field Staff Diversity Pipeline Program. He used to be the Pirates Director of Player Personnel. Joe and Rock, so nice job of representation there by Major League Baseball on Sunday in the city at the Pride Parade.
I will second that. Dale Scott now retired after 30 years in the big leagues. Very well respected umpire. The first to come out while active a few years back, right before he retired. Part of that, and taking place here. So good to see baseball involved in all facets. Polanco down on strikes. And the Pirates also involved. This will be the second annual Pride Day at PNC Park coming up. It'll be on Sunday, July the 8th, when the Pirates take on the Phillies at 1:35. There's a special ticket package that includes a Pirates Pride Day cap with your game ticket as well. So go to pirates.com/Pride Day. Come on out on the 8th. Pirates in the midst of a long road trip here. Game 2 of 9 on this 10-day sojourn away from PNC Park. Winners last night.
Got some frequent flyer miles these last couple of trips.
The rare two-coast trip. Pirates starting here in New York, then heading to San Diego, and then LA before returning home.
If we could never trade cities on road trips, I mean, you would have traded Arizona for New York.
Right. You know, there's a Chicago-Arizona trip. Might have had some conflict in there that baseball had to flip the schedule.
It would make sense to go from Chicago to New York to Pittsburgh instead of Chicago to Arizona to Pittsburgh.
Of course.
And then New York to the West Coast.
Now, for years, when it was intra-league play only, that there was a couple that made the schedule out. They had a good method for doing it, and usually worked out pretty well. But now it's gotten so complicated. You got interleague play. You got a certain number of games within the division and unbalanced schedules. You have an odd number of teams in each league, so they've tried to figure it out. But I think probably by the next CBA they're going to do some things to make the scheduling a little bit smoother, travel-wise for the players, but also hopefully more enjoyable for the fans, because that's what's number one. More games against the teams that you want to watch your team play, I think. Frazier has that one, and the Pirates down to 1-2-3. Steven Matz yet to yield a hit.
Here on Twitter Tuesday, he was fantastic in the pregame, and one of the other questions he was asked came from Archmaster 96. When you first got into the majors, what was your first thought when you took the field in uniform?
One of the very first advice I got when I first got called up was don't look up. When I got out to the field, and what did I do? The first thing I did was look up and saw 3 decks, and from then on, I just kind of like melted my shoes. Like, what am I doing here? This is crazy. But then you realize, like, you know, this is your dream. This is what you've worked so hard to become, and now you're here to fulfill this dream. You're here to just let everything happen now. And now you just go out and play. And so that's one thing I always remember.
And what a ride it's been for Jordy Mercer. His first at bat, May 30th. His first start, May 30, 2012. And how about that? His first career hit, no question. He has that wearing jersey number 69. Nick Leva tossing the ball over to Jeff Bannister, and the souvenir with a very young-looking Jordy Mercer. What a ride it's been from being drafted a decade ago, Joe and Rock, at Oklahoma State University, where he was the career leader in saves at his college. Yes, career leader in saves. To being a pillar in the community and a long-time starting shortstop for the Buccos. One of the best ever come through wearing the Bucco colors, right?
Yeah, he's been one of the steadiest shortstops. Long way from Tologa, Oklahoma for Jordy Joe Mercer. Now father of 3. Great to see him grow up before our eyes. Michael Conforto leads it off. Lefty batter popped out his first time, and they've got him stacked up on the right side. How do you think you would have done, Rock, if they had those shifts where you had to go out in the short right like that if you were playing second base? Or,
you mean as far as a hitter or as a defender?
As a defender. I mean, would you have to practice that throw a little bit from out there, or it's a little different, right?
A little bit, but it's always shorter from that side. And I mean, defensively, I don't think it's much of a problem, really. It might be a problem for the third baseman that's over there playing shortstop. You're not really used to making such a long throw, especially if you've never played shortstop. I mean, that's a lot longer than people think. That, especially if you're playing like almost like sometimes we'll see the third baseman playing almost like a straight up shortstop, and if they have to go to the right backhand, and that's a bit of a throw from over there. But these guys, believe me, they don't have any problem with any of it.
Todd Frazier after the leadoff walk. Facing Chad Kuhl. We're talking to, hearing from Jordy Mercer about Mercer getting started. I remember, I guess it wasn't that long ago, but Kuhl's debut was a memorable one. Everybody remembers their debut, but not everybody else remembers your debut,
most
right?
Most people don't. Yeah. And it's something. I mean, it was easy to remember Marte's debut. First pitch he saw off of Dallas Keuchel. Hit a bomb down at Minute Maid Park. I mean, so there are certain guys you'll remember. If it's, Josh Bell against the Cubs. First couple of hits for Josh Bell were memorable.
Yeah. Second one on the centennial or bicentennial of Pittsburgh. A home run to right center. And then Kuhl being a part of, talk about some nerves, being a part of Sunday Night Baseball. So you're going to face Clayton Kershaw that night, and you got the Dodgers coming in to PNC Park. And this was my favorite play right here. He's covering the plate, kicking the out, and the fist bump.
Yeah, that's what I remember most.
Who is this guy? He's fiery. I remember thinking. That was 2 years ago today, in fact.
What's amazing is that pitch, by the way, was right down the middle. Ended up going back to the backstop, and Kuhl fired up, making the play at the plate.
And now Kuhl 2 years later here in New York. One of the things that Cool enjoys to do is take pictures his first time at the different ballparks, and he likes to go as the highest vantage point, and then down on the field, of course, he gets access before the game, and so he's been doing that. But now he's gone around some of the parks. I think he said the other day he has 5 left. So very quickly in 2 years, he's seen just about all the venues around baseball. And he's a fan of the game, and he's a fan of the workplaces that he has.
I would think if you were a pitcher and you went to the highest part of the ballpark and looked down, you'd be thinking, man, there's so much room out there for hits to drop. When you look down as a player, you're like, well, how do I not get more hits? Look at all the open area, all the green grass.
Well, they close that ground off in a hurry, don't they? You did. They do. That guy does. Great range. Comes back and strikes out Cabrera. That was a dominant at bat by Cool.
Good little breaking ball there. Breaking straight down. And Cabrera out in front and on top of that pitch. Perfect location.
Now Wilmer Flores, who had the 2-run single. Ground ball that snuck through the left side, scored a pair with 2 outs.
A little slide step fastball at 96. Flores. 2 at bats in this series, 5 of his 24 RBIs.
26-year-old. I mean, I've always thought this guy can hit. I mean, just hasn't shown it this year. He is the final out. And Cool takes care of the Mets in the 3rd. Still 2-0 New York. Get tuned in to Pittsburgh's music scene as we showcase local artists and tracks throughout every Friday Pirates broadcast. Wine and Spirit will be our featured performer this Friday night as the Bucks take on the Padres on Friday Night Rocks, presented by Iron City Beer. 2-0 through 3 on the UPMC scoreboard. The Mets have the advantage. Seeing a lot of Bucco fans make their way in. Not a bad ride and a cool place to visit.
Beautiful ballpark.
I agree. One of the coolest parts is their dedication in the rotunda to Jackie Robinson here. which of course Jackie Robinson didn't play for the Mets.
No.
He played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, but the Mets didn't even exist when Robinson played. But a very cool mementos in there. There's number 42, of course, retired throughout baseball. Match working quickly, getting into a rhythm, and a good play behind him by Reyes.
It was a nice play by Reyes. You usually see a high chopper like that. As the infielder, you're looking for that ball to come up. You're looking for a high hop. That ball stayed down on him. And Reyes showing good agility, going down with both hands and getting rid of the ball very quickly.
Do you like seeing that go down with two hands like that? So your hand, what, grab the ball right away, right?
That's just as quick as going down with the bare hand, and you're short of catching the ball. You know, you see so many infielders trying to bare hand the ball.
Guess Flores needs some flip ups. A nice play by the 35-year-old.
I'm trying to look to see where the sun could be coming from.
He's getting ready for the morning, I guess. I don't know. Settling in.
Oh, maybe. Actually, it's falling. Yeah, it's falling. It's falling kind of in the left field corner. And so that throw coming from Reyes at shortstop, there's a little area out there. There's a little hole beyond the left field foul pole where I think that sun is shining through.
Oh, yeah, I see it on a walkway. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so just probably for a brief moment there, he looked up.
Yeah, throws from the left side of the infield.
There's just that one walkway, if you can see it in the center there, that has a little evening sun. Matz has faced the minimum. Got a lot of Pirates muttering to themselves.
Well, he's been doing a good job of throwing strikes, working fast, changing speeds, pitching a little bit backwards. He'll flip in a breaking ball for strike one, and then he'll zip that 95 in there.
Well, the second time the Pirates have faced Matz. They haven't seen him a couple of years ago. That makes the Mets pitching coach Dave Island feel good. Got young arms. Jay Hay in the 3 spot on the order for the second straight night. Bounced into an inning-ending double play in the first. That was the only base runner for the Pirates. And DeGrom and company, they got some. Well, really, they've had a tradition of having good pitchers here. Noah Syndergaard on the DL right now. And Matz rolling. Facing the minimum through 4.
that fourth inning. Toyota, what drives you?
Bottom of the fourth, and Chad Kuhl settling in after a 2-run first for the Mets. Dominic Smith starts things for New York. Out of Gardena, California. Put up some good numbers last year in Las Vegas.
Only a couple homers this year in Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same old ballpark there.
Cashman Field, yeah. For now it is, yeah.
I used to jump out of there.
You played there then, I presume?
Yeah.
The old Pacific Coast League, right?
Yeah, a couple different times.
Was it as good a hitters league then as it is now? It seemed like there are more teams in the Southwest at elevation.
Yeah, that's always been a good hitters league. And that's a good breaking ball there. You know, after getting quickly in front, 0-2, Chad Kuhl. 3 pitches out of the zone, and then 3-2 breaking ball had him way out in front.
4 Ks for Kuhl. Look at the lowdown, and Lorenzo Cain hitting the disabled list for the Brewers. He's got a groin strain. And Chris Bryant for the Cubs also placed on the DL tonight. Left shoulder inflammation. And the announcement here in New York, our thoughts are with Sandy Alderson, the general manager of the Mets. Has a recurrence of cancer, but he was telling reporters today that he is very positive about the prognosis, but he's going to have to step away from active duty for the time being. So our thoughts are with Sandy and his family, and hopefully when the time is right, he'll be back at him, and this will finally be for the most part behind him. So sorry to hear that news today, but Sandy sounds good about it, so let's think positive thoughts. Plawecki is going to reach that ground ball to Freeze.
The ball was hit pretty hard.
103 miles an hour.
Yeah, hard hit ball. Maybe maybe a little easier just to stay on your feet. A little better reach.
They will assess an error on Freeze, the 3rd Pirates miscue tonight. Mets made 3 errors last night.
That won't make Plawecki happy.
What do you think, being a third baseman? What would you say? Degree of difficulty factored in?
Well, again, hard to say. But as a hitter, you hit a ball 103 miles an hour, you see an infielder go down, you expect to hit. But then that's a thing that we've talked about over the years is, you see more infielders going down on balls, you see more outfielders going down on balls, and whereas I think play at times is easier if you stay on your feet, but usually when a fielder goes down, it's roll to base hit.
You give yourself more outs if you stay on your feet? In theory, I mean, you can stay more nimble? Or?
It depends. I mean, depends on where the ball's hit.
Now behind the number 8 hitting Reyes. 3-1. Try to get a hot shot ground ball right here. Even though Reyes still runs pretty well.
Clint Hurdle's going to walk out. I guess they're going to check on Chad Kuhl.
Kuhl taking some time before delivering the next pitch. Maybe there's something that they were aware of in his time coming back in between innings. A concerned family looking on. Dad, sister, and brother-in-law. And Potenziano out there, assistant athletic trainer, along with Clint Hurdle. And there's some stirring going on right there. Yeah, they must be aware that something is bothering Kuhl. They seem to see the signs of it. Well, he settled down after that first inning, pitched pretty well. And he's going to continue. Well, we'll keep a close eye on that. That'd be a helpless feeling being a dad sitting out there watching your son out there. Make sure he's okay. Dad Clint. Three and one on Jose Reyes.
That looked fine on that. 96. Perfect location to boot.
Gets the ground ball. And safe on the back end. Nicely started by Osuna.
He makes it look easy over there. I mean, he is a natural first baseman, and he's in a position to throw it as he fields it. You see it, and he starts turning his body as he catches it, gets it off to Jordy Mercer quickly. Perfect throw. Quick relay.
Reyes quick too.
Yeah. Just enough speed.
Brings up the pitcher. Probably the third wild pitch from Kuhl tonight.
And we have seen at times where Chad Kuhl, like the command, and he'll spray the ball or spike a fastball, and that's another fastball way out in front. And again, Diaz just tries to pick it. So I looked earlier at the wild pitches for Kuhl on the year. He came in with 4. And 3 here tonight.
The Pirates lead baseball in wild pitches.
And that puts Chad in the lead. His pitching staff with 7. There's 4 others with 6 wild pitches.
Reyes will steal third, standing. Well, first Pirate pitcher with 3 wild pitches in a game since Mike Zagurski back in 13. And he went. You offered at the bunt, says CB Buckner.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. It didn't look to me as if he offered.
He kind of offered it, but pulled it back by the time the ball arrived.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you, well, it's all moot now. Yeah, the inning ends, so the error doesn't cost the Pirates. Strand a man at third. Glad Kuhl is okay.
Show your military appreciation and use hashtag HatsOffForHeroes. T-Mobile will donate $1 for each post. And by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
Inning number 5 coming up from New York, and Clint Hurdle and Ben Potenziano, the athletic training staff, making sure Chad Kuhl is okay. And Kuhl on the back of the mound there before the staff had come out to look at him. Not really sure what that all is, but between innings says, all right, come along, and going to get looked at. And just as we say that, it looks like activity is going to begin in the Pirates bullpen. So that may be the end of Kuhl's night. We'll see.
Anytime you're talking about a pitcher's arm, any kind of odd feeling, even though, I mean, he's throwing hard, finished that inning strong, did Chad Kuhl. But if it's something in that right shoulder or elbow or arm, they will be cautious.
And Freese shoots it through the right side. Leadoff hit. First Pirates hit tonight against Steven Matz. And tonight's AARP take-on, Elias Diaz against Steven Matz. And Diaz has only played 3 previous games here at Citi Field. But in those games, 6 for 13, a home run, and 8 runs batted in. And a pair of hits last night. And a pair of runs batted in. Back on June the 2nd last year, he set a career best with 6 RBIs. He was the first Pirate catcher to drive in a half dozen in a game since Sluggo Don Slott back in the early 90s. So he's liked hitting here. See if he can add to that resume against Mr. Matz.
Got a base runner on. It's just a 2-0 game. One swing of the bat could tie it.
He has shown that power. 5 home runs this year. Diaz's career best is 6 in the minor leagues. That was 4 years ago, AA and AAA. You know, you look at his physique and you think, well, why couldn't he hit for some power, right? I mean,
I just see the way the ball goes off his bat. I mean, he hits the ball hard. When he gets it off the barrel, I mean, it jumps off his bat. He definitely has the power. There's a lot of people that have raw power that maybe don't hit a lot of fly balls.
count full. And Bell, in case Kuhl spot comes up 6th in this inning, might be ready to pinch hit. I think he's always got a bat in his hands, doesn't he? Goes to sleep with one, maybe. He loves to hit. I'm ready, Skip. That one lined into the left field corner. Freese heading to third. And now will be held there on that ripping double by Elias Diaz.
And again, the way the ball jumps off his bat, you know, it's just explosive. It's a line drive. Obviously, if it's in the air, it's going to end up in the seats and out of the ballpark. But he has pop. A strong man. And that ball got out there in a hurry.
So the Pirates with their first 2 hits of the night against Mats. And runners in scoring position. Jose Osuna struck out his first time. He's hitless over his last 18 now.
And I know there was a lot of applause in last night's game. A lot of teammates giving props for the fundamental hitting. Started off in the first inning. A get me over at bat from Josh Bell, moving Marte to third. A sac fly from Josh Harrison, bringing Marte in the first inning. And it's kind of what you're looking for here. You're looking for Jose Osuna to hit a ball to the right side. Ground ball will cut the lead in half and move Diaz into third.
Jeff Branson, Pirates hitting coach. You know, I think, I don't know if it was Branson or you that told me that if you try to hit the ball the other way, you're also more likely to hit a fly ball. Does that make sense too?
In this day and age, yeah, much more likely to hit the ball in the air. But you know, this isn't the situation you want to hit in the air the other way. You want to get on top the other way.
Well, he pulls it, but he pulls a base hit and drives in Freeze. And that cuts the deficit in half on the RBI single by Osuna.
That works too, and the pitcher knows what you're trying to do. I mean, Mats knows that Osuna is going to try to hit a ball the other way, so he doesn't give him anything to hit the other way. Fastball up and in, then 2 straight breaking balls. That one catching too much plate, 0-2, and Osuna keeping his hands in, finds the hole.
And so Freeze in, 7th RBI for Osuna. And the Pirates have gotten the Mats. Third baseman Frazier playing about even with the bag. Gregory Polanco struck out looking his first time around. He slugs about 100 points lower against lefties, but not a huge difference. And that one hit just enough. That brings home Diaz. And Polanco with the RBI single, and that ties it at 2.
And that's a good approach when you're in that situation. You have a runner at third base, first and third. Yeah, look for a ball up, out over the plate. Didn't crush it. They tried to get it in. He left it middle, and Polanco just stays inside it. I'll tell you, Gregory today, watching him in batting practice, because we haven't seen him hit too many balls the other way. In batting practice, he hit 5 straight line drives that either hit the wall or bounced once, then hit the wall. I mean, so definitely there was an emphasis on trying to stay inside, trying to work the ball the other way. Pays off for him in this at bat.
And after not having a hit in the first 4 innings, 4 straight hits for the Pirates here in the 5th. And now Jordy Mercer trying to keep the line moving. Still nobody out. The Pirates have tied it. And Josh Bell indeed has moved into the on deck circle. He would bat for Cool, who went down the tunnel and back toward the Pirates clubhouse. The athletic trainer was out earlier. See if he was already finished the inning, but Well, the Pirates have gotten them off the hook and looking to take their first lead of the night. Matz strikes out Mercer. Well, Josh Bell last night, really good sign from him.
Fastball up and out over the plate. Oppo taco.
Power the other way. 2-run home run last night, and he will pinch hit for Cool, who's done after 4 innings. Something must not be right with Cool. Richard Rodriguez has been warming. Clay Holmes was initially up, but then they opted for Rodriguez. Bell hit his 5th home run last night and has a chance here with 2 men aboard and 1 out.
Doesn't get the call, but Josh Bell will take it. Now hitting the count 3-0. See how efficient he was through the first 4.
Just rolling. And he is laboring just to get any of the Pirates out now. Dave Island trying to think about what his young lefty is doing out there. 25th pitch of the inning.
Help him.
Now the count's good. Probably where it should be. Out the other way. And Bautista able to hold that in.
He's something else. I mean, this guy has always been such a good defender, no matter where you put him. You know, he's not a very fast guy. He's a big guy. Now he's getting up there in age, but still, he makes plays. Boy, he's lucky there too. He almost lost his footing, which could have been scary for Jose Bautista, but had a long way to go. I thought this ball was getting down for sure, and perfect route, able to pull it in, and then a little bit of a stumble as he approached that padded wall.
Now instead of at least the bases loaded, if not a run coming around. 2 outs. Starling Marte now. Late swing to spoil it. Marte hitting at .294 with runners in scoring position. He's hit that well or better in each of the last 4 seasons with men at second and or third. Pitch number 30 of the inning. He's behind on Bell, 3-1.
We'll see if he gives in.
Reyes gets the force. No, he's safe.
Wow, they'll probably take a look at this one, but that was a heck of a play by Reyes, knowing with Marte's speed he had no shot at first base, and with Polanco probably had no shot at second base. But hooking up with his veteran third baseman Todd Frazier. Frazier smart enough to go and cover the bag, and Reyes a bullet right on the money to Frazier. And Frazier acted like he caught it and was on the bag.
And the umpires reversed the call without the use of replay. So Osuna forced to end the Pirates' 5th, but they played a pair to even it. RBI hits by Jose Osuna and Gregory Polanco. Nimble play by a couple of savvy veterans to end that inning.
Deep in the hole, and you can see Todd Frazier there was backpedaling. He arrived at the bat about the same time, the exact same time as the ball arrived.
On it with both feet at one point, I think, right? They certainly had the 1 foot on. Good look on our Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Frazier was so sure that he was already walking back to the Mets dugout. Richard Rodriguez is going to come on for Cool after 4 innings tonight.
Boy, is he a nice pickup, a good find from Neil Huntington. 38 strikeouts, 24 innings.
But he was picked up off the scrap heap, and he has been very effective. Outrighted by the Orioles last year in September and invited into camp as a non-roster invitee.
And that's all we've seen pretty much from Rodriguez is swing and miss in spring training, swing and miss in the regular season. Breaking ball bounced up there. Ball really took off. After that, Bautista faked like he swung as if he was going to go and hustle down to first.
No faking there. He's out. Now the Pirates in the top of the inning picking up a couple of runs, and Pirates are running the promotion that allows you to take money off tickets every time that the Pirates score in this series. So that's now up to $8 for the 8 runs the Pirates have scored in this series. You score as the Bucks score, so $8 so far off tickets in most sections for the next homestand. Go to pirates.com/uscore to find out more. Polanco helping out. Saved you a buck. High fly. That wind is playing a little factor tonight, huh?
Yeah, that thing kept moving Marte back.
gets high enough. Bristling. Now this ballpark, though, pretty much enclosed. I mean, it has several decks all the way around, but we've seen a couple of very high fly balls affected. Todd Frazier 0 for 2. Once hit 40 home runs in a season with the White Sox. It's this ball 40 feet. Just a strike.
And Frazier probably thought he had himself a base hit. A little swinging bunt, but that ball had enough English to spin into foul ground. Good job by Rodriguez letting it go.
Steven Matz, after 5 innings in a tie game. Two in the first for the Mets, 2 in the top half this inning for the Buccos. What's been so impressive too about Rodriguez, he's issued 1 walk that he didn't mean to. The other 2 were intentional. And Polanco, late break, recovers in time.
Boy, what a recovery. They're saying safe. I don't know. He came up acting like he caught it.
I thought that was in his glove.
Yeah, it looked to me like it was in his glove.
Pretty sure of it. And see if the Pirates want to make sure of that. This is a lot like the Meadows ball earlier, where you could see the white of the ball, but it's in there. Now
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why they would think that
actually didn't even bounce. I mean, it was just caught in the front part of the webbing there. Good look on our Allegheny Health Network Supermo. No trap whatsoever. Pirates are challenging this. And a few miles away in the Chelsea district of Manhattan, they are evaluating it.
Nice recovery from Gregory Polanco. Everybody's going to start off the field before the umpires even make the signal. Even Todd Frazier is going to get his glove. In fact, got his glove.
It's unquestionable.
It is amazing. It's like Frazier has his glove in his hand. He's starting his way out to third base. All but a couple of guys in the Pirates dugout.
There we go. All right. Call is made. Inning ends. A 1-2-3 frame for Richard Rodriguez as the call is overturned. Watch Polanco start back.
And I think that's where the wind probably helped Gregory Polanco and the Pirates, as that ball kept carrying out to him. So a couple of nice defensive plays by Pirate corner outfielders, robbing Todd Frazier of a couple of hits.
Austin Meadows starts the Pirates 6th after they got the 2 tying runs last inning against Steven Matz. Look at that focus. Ooh, just enough glove. Right into the shift. Cabrera has the first out. I'll bring up Josh Harrison. Let's check in on our Allegheny Health Network injury update. We have an update on Chad Kuhl, and for Kuhl, he left tonight's game with right forearm discomfort and being examined and treated right now by the medical staff. So that's all we've got for you right now. Right forearm discomfort. Chad Kuhl leaving the game after completing 4 innings. Athletic trainer Reinhausen came out in the middle of that 4th inning, and then Kuhl completed the inning. Still had velocity. That's his dad, Clint, who's here tonight.
Okay, hey, not happy with that one, but clearly in the zone.
Now toward Conforto. 2 up and 2 down in the Pirates' 6th inning. Matz at 86 pitches. David Freese got a single off from last time.
Yeah, got it all going, did David Freese. I guess if you're going to be held to 4 hits through 5 2/3, might as well get them all in a row.
That's something we were talking about, you know, in that prior to last night's game with the Pirates offense. You know, they just weren't stringing hits together. They weren't getting the big hits, you know, home runs and such. And we saw a lot of that yesterday, where they had scored in a variety of ways again.
You just like seeing guys contributing, guys putting together some good at bats, coming up with the timely hits.
That helped out Jamison Tyone.
A big 2-out hit, or 2-strike hit by Jose Osuna, driving in the first Pirates run with runners in 2nd and 3rd.
And Freese, the final out here in the 6th.
Automotive. Check out the Barrel Hot List at barrel.com. Now the only way to buy a car. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
And David Wright was out doing some work, some hitting earlier today. Still trying to get back and be active again. Kind of the if they didn't have a Mr. Met mascot, he would be Mr. Met these days, but hasn't played in a couple of years, still trying to get healthy.
Yeah, you kind of forget about him. He's dealt with so many injuries.
Now the Mets with 10, including catcher Travis d'Arnaud. They're trying to stay afloat, but the Mets have lost 19 of 23. They've lost 14 out of the last 15 here in their home ballpark. To a 2 on Cabrera. Richard Rodriguez, 1-2-3 fifth. Wilmer Flores on deck. He had a 2-run single back of the first inning, accounting for the Mets. Couple of runs. Just enough. And David Wright yesterday trying to swing the bat, get some action out there. We have not seen David Wright. A couple of years ago was the last time that he appeared in a big league game, and even then the last 15 to 16 seasons, just 75 total games. And just the back concern chief among them, but also shoulder injury.
Yeah, he's still got a couple years on his contract after this one, doesn't he?
Yeah. Give him credit. He wants to play. He's going to do everything he can, but has not been able to so far. I mean, these are just some of the 10 on the disabled list. I mean, and key players too. Bruce and Cespedes. Juan Lagares has been out there, starting catcher d'Arnaud. AJ Ramos has worked as their closer. Of course, Syndergaard, an elite pitcher. Vargas just got hurt the other day. They had to have a bullpen day on Sunday. But yesterday, their manager, their first-year manager, Mickey Callaway, not making any excuses, saying that they're going to end up a better club because they've gone through this. That'll be tough for a first-year manager. Start off 11-1.
Oh yeah. Losing star players.
That's well foul. Yeah, what do you do? I mean, they had some guys last night that they probably didn't anticipate using this year, or at least before September. And Bautista, for instance, I mean, he signed with the Braves in mid-April. I mean, he wasn't even, no one even signed him for their spring camp this year, and then the Mets picked him up after Atlanta released him, just to see if he had anything left, and he's done well with the Mets.
I'm guessing the Mets had no, like many teams, didn't have interest, and that's why he waited and hadn't signed with anybody before the Braves picked him up. And then the Mets had a need.
Flores has hit a fastball and a breaking ball well, but well foul.
Not exactly staying inside the ball. Flores looking to hook.
as he did last night. That home run that he yanked would have been a home run at the original dimensions in this ballpark, which were vast. Didn't get all of that. Meadows has the first out in the 6th. We'd like to invite you to PNC Park Beer Fest coming up on Saturday, August 11th. Make your plans for an all-star craft beer, wine, and cocktail festival. You can sample more than 300 craft beers and wines. You can walk the bases. They don't have you running for those. And a whole lot more. Go to ballparkfestival.com/Pittsburgh and come on out Saturday, August 11th.
Beer.
You can do your Homer impression anytime. I like that. Dominic Smith has struck out twice. Two strikes. Rodriguez has been a big help in the Pirates pen, pitching in a tie game here in middle innings.
It seemed like an inning at a time until it was called on to throw 3 innings the other day. Big help to the bullpen.
Didn't even make the club out of spring training. Remember, he started the year in Indy, quickly called up about 2 weeks in. And he strikes out Smith. He's been fanned 3 times tonight. So 2 gone with Cabrera still at first. Let's check out our Nissan road ahead. The series finale tomorrow night. Ivan Nova coming off another strong outing. He will go against the Mets' Zach Wheeler. And we're on the air with you at 6:30 for Pirates pregame here from New York. There's Mr. Nova. Wheeler waiting for his chance tomorrow night. Will the Pirates be poised to sweep the Mets tomorrow night? They'll need at least another. And some good pitching from here on out. 2 first-inning runs for the Mets, and they've held them at bay since. Cool and now Rodriguez. Cool left with right forearm discomfort after 4 innings. Another advance.
Pretty good anticipation there by Cabrera. Diaz able to get down and keep it in front of him, but Cabrera with 2 outs just anticipated the ball in the dirt and just took off immediately when he saw that ball bounce.
That is the Pirates' 52nd wild pitch this season. That leads all the baseball. 4th tonight. Now ahead 1-2 on Plawecki. Didn't get him to chase.
Yeah, just looking at the stats, Oakland actually, I mean, there was a time where the Pirates were way out in front in wild pitches. And Oakland had actually tied the Pirates coming into today at 48. Just
Now
to give you
3-2.
Give you an idea how big that number is. See how many the Mets have? How many wild pitches the Mets have had this year?
9.
9.
Pirates are halfway there tonight. Why is that? Tim Peterson is up for New York. I asked for a, why is that? It's a funny number, right? That's a breaking ball. Got away from Rodriguez.
Why is there so many wild pitches? Because they throw the pitches wild.
That's really it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only explanation. Batter must attempt to get out of the way, and well, he just.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get away.
Yeah, he just
get out of the way.
It found him.
Right.
Oh, So Plawecki plunked.
He's going to talk to Rodriguez as somebody loosens in the Pirates bullpen.
Well, tie game with 2 on and 2 out. And Rodriguez starting to show a little wildness here. So they have Edgar Santana starting to loosen. Good news is you got the number 8 hitter coming up. The bad news, it's Jose Reyes, who has been in many of these situations. Now in his 16th season.
And he's got 100 at bats and 4 RBIs.
Coming into tonight hitting .050 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 20. Softly hit toward Meadows. Does he have room? Oh, he almost overran it. And that Wynn maybe playing a little trick on him out there tonight, but he gets the final out. And the Pirates get out of it in the 6th. Meadows hangs on. And this game still knotted at 2. York. Steven Matz, 91 pitches through 6. Pirates collected 4 straight hits off him in the 5th to score twice. Those have been the only 4 hits.
That's been about it.
Yeah, otherwise he's faced the minimum around that. Matz allowed 1 extra base hit so far tonight. That was to Elias Diaz. Continues to hit lefties well, continues to hit well at this ballpark. Down 2 strikes. Good pace for Matz tonight. He's quickly working. Got slowed in that 5th inning where the Pirates got to him.
Crazy. 5 of the 6 innings. No more than 13 pitches.
Diaz battling here. Activity in the New York bullpen. Tim Peterson back up.
Make him work.
Might be able to get into that Mets bullpen here in this inning if we keep battling. And that has not been a strong suit for the Mets in this June, where they have swooned. Bullpen and ERA about 6. Diaz on the 8th pitch grounds out. And look at our Point Park social media and the first Pirates game. Wow, good job for Nicholas. Another first Pirates game, both here in New York. Glad you could come out and bring the little ones to enjoy the great game of baseball. And to start their allegiances off right. Out to Bautista. That's the second out.
Another hard hit ball from Osuna. The ball hit too hard. Carrying all the way out to the Mets right fielder. I swear sometimes I watch Osuna hit and it doesn't sound real crisp, and that ball just takes off.
Santana back up. Polanco tied it with his RBI single last time up back in the 5th. Ball's inside, says Field and Culbreth.
I'll take it.
Well, Matz took a while to get over that.
Comes right at him.
Wherever the commissioner is tonight, he's watching with a smile.
Yep.
Polanco's trying to slow him down. Ask for time for a second. And out to right. Bautista back, and there it goes! That was worth the wait. Polanco puts the Pirates ahead for the first time tonight. Home run number 11 on back-to-back nights here in New York.
How about that? And there again, the strength of Gregory Polanco. The 3-1 fastball, Mats gets by him, and then he tries to throw him a 3-2 hook. And Polanco one-handed almost, a little bit out in front, but you'll see here, it's not like it's a big, huge swing. He just gets the barrel to it, and he's a little bit out in front. But he knows it's gone.
And Mercer shoots one through the left side. So back-to-back 2-out hits. Polanco driving in a pair tonight, tying the game, and then putting the Pirates ahead here in the 7th. What do you think of that swing?
That's just a sweet-looking swing, and you know, when again talked about the base hit that drove in a run back in the top of the 5th inning, a fastball where he hit it the other way, and we haven't seen a whole bunch of that. Polanco hitting the ball the other way, and when you're hitting the fastball the other way, it helps you stay back and get to that curveball even on a full count. You know, he's on time for the off speed. And a good approach to have. Hit the heat the other way. It'll keep you back for the breaking ball.
And the Pirates going with Colin Moran to pinch hit here, almost daring Mickey Callaway to leave Mats in the game. The Mets have no left-handed relievers to combat Moran, so they leave Mats in. And Reyes takes care of the pinch hitter. But the Pirates take their first lead of the night. Gregory Polanco with a knowing wink and his 11th home run. Into the lead for the first time tonight. A home run, making it a 3-2 game here in the 7th. He also tied it with a run-scoring single back in the 5th tonight. So Polanco boosting the Bucks bats trying to make it 2 straight wins here in New York, and that adds to the Pirates' you score as the Bucks score. Now 9 runs in the series, so far $9 off tickets in most sections for the upcoming homestand. 3-2 Pirates. Edgar Santana on in relief of Richard Rodriguez, who now would stand to win it. Brandon Nimmo to pinch hit. One pitch and 1 out.
And that wind's still howling. Nice job by David Freese getting over there and able to make that look easy. As Edgar Santana will lower that ERA a bit after that first out. 2-1, 3.58 ERA. Opponents hit just 2.27 against him. And Polanco, I mean, these Pirates with only 6 hits against Mats, and it's a tough left-handed pitcher. And Polanco, man, 2 really solid at bats. It's interesting because you know, as many off-speed pitches that Mats threw to Polanco that at bat, Gregory didn't even flinch at any of them until that 3-2 curveball that was in the strike zone. Right now, the difference maker.
And right before that pitch, he stepped out for a moment and then called time and got Mats to slow down for a sec. And then connected. Something about that sitting down for 3 days thing. I mean, Polanco's done the work and he's producing in these 2 games of the series, but it's funny that a couple of years ago Andrew McCutchen sat off those 3 days in Atlanta, and that was the he went on a big tear after that. Just interesting.
It may or may not have an effect.
Still 1-2 on Bautista.
I mean, Polanco, you can argue, is actually swinging the bat pretty well before those 3 days off. I mean, I think there was a 5 or 6 game stretch where he was hitting, I think, 6 for 18 or so, 333 average. I mean, he's looked better at the plate in the last week or so. Week 10 days.
Glenn Hurley was saying the other day, yeah, it takes a little time to get it adjusted to moving off the plate, but not long for an experienced hitter. Maybe just a quick adjustment period, and then maybe Polanco's settling into his new spot in the box.
Oh, nice little breaking ball there for a called strike 3. Bautista unhappy with himself. So again, I don't moving off the plate or moving on the plate, I'm not sure if that's the end all. I mean, I'm watching Polanco the way he's taking pitches. I'm watching the swing. I'm watching it get shorter to the ball, long through the ball. I mean, moving up in the box, back in the box, closer to the plate, behind the plate. There's certain hitters that do that every pitch. I mean, that's not like an end all. That's not a cure, moving off the plate. I mean, it'll help him handle pitches on the inner part of the plate better. But, you know, that was a breaking ball that was out over the plate that he went and got. I mean, where he stood in the box, I don't think had much of a bearing on him hitting that home run. It had to do with, you know, his hand staying back and putting himself in a good position to hit and putting a good swing on the ball.
Michael Conforto with 2 outs and the bases empty. Now it's up to the Pirates pen to keep things where it's at. And things have just changed. Conforto with his 10th home run. Gets Mats off the hook as the game is retied.
big swing. Diaz wanted it up. He put his head down right away. He knew it. And probably wanted that pitch in, maybe a little bit more, but looked like Conforto was looking for it right where that ball was thrown.
Well, Conforto certainly showed it last year. He was maybe bidding to be one of the better young hitters in the game last year, but has come out of the gate slowly this year after an all-star berth a year ago. Now 3-3 in the 7th. Buckling Frazier. 0 for 3 after the day off, or the start off yesterday. They flip-flop the order and put Conforto in the 2 spot. And it gives the Mets a 3 spot. Just missed low. 3-1.
That low strike. Neither side has been getting that consistently.
Rodriguez had been lined up for a win. Out to Mercer. And the Mets are now gone in the 7th, but now the game retied.
The Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
And a lot of ups and downs tonight. 3-3. Both teams have led. Michael Conforto retying the game with his home run. So now the 8th inning. And Anthony Swarzak on for New York.
5.40 ERA, just 11 2/3 innings, 13 punch outs, 4 walks. Opponents hitting a healthy 311 against the Mets right-hander.
Starling Marte, top of the order coming up. Trying to get something new going here after Matz departs following his 7 innings. Marte hitless in 3 trips tonight. Swarzak picked up by the Mets in free agency. Well, we have a moment. We want to send our thoughts along to the Welsh family and their daughter Madison, and Welsh family, part of our family here on AT&T Sportsnet, and we're hoping that Madison has a speedy recovery. So just want to let you know we're thinking of you not only tonight but until Madison's back home and better. So thinking of you guys tonight. 2-2 now to Marte.
I haven't seen that as much, that chase from Marte this year. Pitch well out of the zone.
Frazier came and got it with Marte's speed. 1 out.
Nice little pick. Almost got himself into a bit of a problem, but what I liked about that pick with Frazier, the glove went towards the ball, not away from the ball. Sometimes you'll see guys try to pick that short hop and they kind of bring their glove back. He took his glove to it to shorten the hop, made it look easy.
One out in the Pirates' 8th in this tie game. Meadows hitting into the shift his last time. For a young hitter, seeing most of these pitchers for the first time.
Got to see 2 fastballs. He's hitting the count 2-0. Does he get another? Threw a 2-0 slider to Marte. And throws a 2-0 slider to Austin Meadows.
He was hit with a pitch in the helmet back at the first inning. Fouled off of him. 2-2.
It's almost like he just throws that fastball just to show it. As every fastball he's thrown has missed the strike zone.
Just a couple of months with an oblique concern. Been back now for about 3 weeks. Briefly with the Brewers last year, so some Pirates have seen him. And Joris Familia, our closer. (3-2). A good rip.
So 11 pitches, 5 fastballs, all balls. 6 sliders, all strikes. No, not all in the strike zone, but maybe they've been. In fact, they've all been swung at.
There's Kyle Crick getting up. Meadows trying to get aboard here in this tie game.
He hangs him another slider. Wouldn't be surprised to see Meadows put it in seats.
Instead, he'll take that for a called ball 4. First walk issued by Mets pitching tonight. It's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers an all-new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 available now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone. Josh Harrison gives it the green light. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Outside is the call.
Yep, borderline pitch, doesn't get it. Borderline pitch to Meadows, didn't get it.
Meadows with 4 steals in 5 tries. Kevin Plawecki behind the plate, below average 22% thrown out. Depends on how quick Swarzak comes home. And a bunt. That's a great bunt. Nothing he can do about it. Bunt, base hit for Jay Hay.
Perfect. Off the end of the bat, down the line. Ball rolls maybe 25 feet from home. There's nothing anybody could do with that.
And he's aboard. That puts 2 buccos on the bases here with 1 out. And that's it for Swarzak tonight as Mickey Callaway out to make a change. And Familia coming on.
In any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's it for Swarzak tonight. Walked Meadows, and then Josh Harrison with a bunt single. Bucks on the pond with 1 out for Juris Familia.
Hard throwing righty with a 2.53 ERA. The closer 14 of 18 save opportunities, trying to keep this a tie game.
Which shows you where the Pirates, or pardon me, the Mets are at right now with their bullpen both in usage and in effectiveness. Up to David Freese here. He's 1 for 3. Both teams getting 2-out home runs in the 7th. Polanco for the Pirates and Conforto for the Mets. Now 2-0.
Yeah, all sinker slider to the right-handed batters. You got to figure here. David Freese is going to sit fastball ahead in the count 2-0.
Long wait, the 2-0. There's his first strike.
It's an interesting inning between Swarzak and now Familia.
Sliders are the strikes.
Every fastball has been a ball. The only strikes thrown this inning have come off the slider.
To Reyes. Freese beats it out, and a really good slide by Harrison.
Good slide by Harrison, going in hard.
And now in 2018, people don't think that that's not good baseball, and here comes some shouting.
I'm guessing somebody must have been chirping at Josh Harrison, because it wasn't Cabrera. Cabrera came and gave him a hug.
And these are the two participants talking to one another. Hey, that's fine. Ricky Bonas, the bullpen coach of the Mets, out there.
Yeah, we got to find out who was doing the chirping to Josh Harrison.
I'm surprised the dugouts and bullpens cleared so quickly. Wow.
I mean, as a middle infielder, you know that the guys, especially a guy like Josh Harrison, is going to come in hard to try to break up a double play. I don't know if it was Familia doing the talking or what, but I mean that made Cabrera very uncomfortable, and he didn't get off a good throw.
Right.
Because of the slide of Harrison.
Harrison sped up as he saw the play develop so that he could try to get to the bag quicker to prohibit Cabrera from making an easy throw back. Well, if a tie game in the 8th isn't interesting enough. So J.A. going in hard. And a legal slide. He keeps the bag and didn't deviate from his pathway. That is a legal slide and a very good baseball play. Not trying to hurt anybody.
Yeah. He's the one barking at Harrison. I mean, I had to assume that was the case. Middle infielders actually, I think, a lot of times appreciate the hard play. You know, Familia wants to be mad at anybody. Be mad at Cabrera for not getting rid of the ball, for not turning that double play, because that was a routine double play ball.
Right. Middle infielders used to be able to either leap or step out of the way, and they know the guy's coming in. Not much to do about nothing. Men at the corners now with 2 outs instead of the inning being over, thanks to that man's hustle. And credit Cabrera too. He didn't squawk about anything right there. In fact, he was a pro about it.
Nothing to squawk about.
Well, no doubt. The heartbeat of the Pirates. Up to Diaz.
Again, that borderline low pitch not being called a strike.
He sniffs this out right away. He knows he's got to get there. Everything perfectly legal. Can't go out of your way to make contact, and you got to keep the bag. He did both. Now 3-0. And for Familia, you know, getting all riled up about all that. He might be worked up here in this sequence to Diaz. The Mets are asking him to get 5 outs. He's gotten 1 of them so far. He's walked Diaz to fill him up. Familia getting counseled by his catcher Plawecki, trying to sell him down a little bit. Dave Island's going to come out too, and Jay Hayes still talking about that event. No, look, trying to get this team fired up. You know, I mean, the Pirates, the Mets have gone on such a long skid. They've fallen so distantly behind, and the Pirates have fallen on hard times, but they're not out of it. They are 4 games under entering play tonight, nearing the halfway point of the season. If they have a good road trip, they're right back in the thick of matters again. So something like this, maybe this is the at bat that gets the Pirates back going again, building off of last night's win.
Again, slider for a strike. A fastball. He's just running that down and out of the strike zone.
Osuna with a base hit that scored a run back in the 5th. Base is full of buccos with 2 outs. We put some extra on that. Meadows at third, Freeze at second, Diaz on at first. The 0-2.
Some could say that slide from Jay Hay, I mean, it was just a normal slide.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to take out anybody. He just slid into the bag. I mean, obviously he was trying to make it rough on Cabrera to turn it. Got there quickly and he just slid.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Let's see if Osuna can make him pay for running his mouth.
First time ever facing Familia. Lined out last time. 3 bags full. The 1-2. And Cabrera makes the play to end the inning. Pirates strand 3. The game still tied at 3.
he's done in the month of June, an ERA of .69. He has been spectacular. Last night he threw 8 shutout innings of one-hit baseball. Neil Huntington said the biggest fit for him is the changeup. He's got the power fastball, power breaking ball. The changeup fuels his continued growth and development. On to a pretty good run here is Mitch Keller. Joe and Rock.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one when he arrives. Still some time for some seasoning. Here, a lot of pepper. And some cayenne pepper at that. It's been a spicy affair lately. After Josh Harrison coming into the bag hard on Asdrubal Cabrera. Clean, legal, and what you're supposed to do. Cabrera even thought so. And Cabrera making that final out of the inning where Familia had loaded the bases. Inheriting a couple of runners. Kyle Crick now on for the Pirates. Trying to keep this game knotted.
Good work from Crick. 2.67 ERA, 27 innings work, 28 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just 204.
Ooh, upstairs at 96. Now full 3-2.
Likely going to come at him here, I would think, with that fastball.
Wilmer Flores on deck. Frick last night pitched a scoreless inning with a hit and a walk.
87 miles per hour. So interesting, you know, to see certain guys in spring training, you know, velocity for Crick was in the low 90s most of the time. And didn't have the greatest command of the fastball.
And finds a spot. Cabrera with a leadoff single here in the 8th. And in a special edition of Inside Pirates Baseball, we go on the road with the Altoona Curve and give you an inside look at life of the minors. Stretching out on the buses, finding good food, and getting proper rest can all be a challenge, but these top prospects make the best of it. Inside Pirates Baseball Around the Curve debuts tonight after Pirates postgame. Tie ball game here in the 8th, and the Mets have the leadoff man on. Wilmer Flores, a 2-run single tonight. Way back in the 1st. After his 3-run pinch hit home run last night. Had some long, loud fouls, too.
And again, I mean, that pitch is well in the zone, and it's just not a pitch that Fields and Colbreth has been calling tonight. A pitch at the knees. That one actually like a bit above the knee.
Lunging for that one. Mickey Callaway in his first year as Mets manager has seen a lot. Right to Jay for the first out. Right place, right time.
Had him played perfectly. Interesting, as much as the ball, he's been pulling the ball, Flores. Pirates infield, relatively straight up.
Now 1 out in the 8th in this tie game. Dominic Smith has struck out every time he's come up tonight.
Challenging Crick. 96 catches a lot of plate. Very late swing from Smith.
I mean, Crick's got the kind of stuff that he can challenge with, right?
Oh yeah, he's been pretty fearless as far as attacking hitters with that fastball. Another one. Yeah, it is pretty remarkable watching Kyle Crick. I mean, again, our first glimpse at him, all the fastballs were cutting. I mean, we don't see that anymore. In 96, 97.
He's ahead 1-2. And Smith strikes out for the 4th time tonight. Not very forgiving in New York, are they?
No, they're not. Boy, that's a late break slider there too. It just disappeared as it came into the hitting zone.
Now 2 outs. Coming Plawecki. Been on base twice on an error and a hit batter. Cabrera led off the inning with a walk. Pardon me, a base hit. Look at the swings Crick's getting right now.
Awkward late. Didn't mean to.
He's ahead, 2 strikes on Plawecki. Weekly popped fouling out of play. Both teams homered in the 7th. The Pirates to take their first lead. And the Mets to retie. Here in the 8th, the Pirates stranded the bases loaded. Mets getting a leadoff hit. He's still at first. And Crick trying to keep it that way. Well, now it's 2-2. New York has activity in their bullpen.
I think the idea was to bring in Familia to finish the 8th and pitch the 9th.
Tim Peterson back up. Yeah, 13 pitches.
Well, I think Familia is going to come back up out in the 9th unless the Mets have the bases loaded and 2 outs. Then you have to hit for him.
And that's an out. So they will not. Leadoff single left right there from Kyle Crick. The 9th coming up here in New York. Still tied at 3. That's how we got here tonight. Tied as we begin the 9th. 3-3. There has been a lot of back and forth. Thanks in large part to Gregory Polanco. He tied the game in the 5th with an RBI single. His last time up, he homered. That put the Pirates in the lead. But the Mets answered in the bottom of the 7th with a Michael Conforto home run. Familia came on and stranded the 2 runners in the 8th. After the Pirates loaded the bases with 2 outs, he got out of it.
Little backdoor breaking ball, just barely nipping the outside edge.
Now Polanco ahead, 2-1. Familia threw 13 pitches in the 8th inning. And the Mets bullpen used quite a bit on Sunday, a bullpen day after Vargas couldn't go. They also have an ERA of 6 in this stretch. Where the Mets had won or lost all but 4 games in the last 23. So Polanco gone. Cabrera was wincing a bit after fielding that ball. Now facing Jordy Mercer. Mercer with a base hit his last time. Popped up.
Got away with one. Spun that slider down the middle of Jordy. Jordy was just a bit out in front. I mean, that's center cut. But you get away with it when you throw hard with that sink. You know, you're throwing mid upper 90s with a good run. As a batter, you gear up for that. And so you're you're more likely as a pitcher to get away with a hanging breaking ball.
I don't make a lot of filet mignon on that Mercer Ranch. Corey Dickerson would bat next. Pitcher spot coming up, so Crick will be done after his 1 inning. And who pitches next depends on the score, I would imagine.
Looks like Broughton. Felipe out there.
Well, they'll go with the lefty next inning. Vasquez, of course, if the Pirates can take the lead. Slowly hit. On the bare hand, Frazier makes the play.
He made some nice plays over there. Has Frazier.
That was the hard part, right? He's just picking the ball up first. Makes an accurate throw.
Let's see what Corey Dickerson can do here. This would be a good time for him to pick up his first homer in a long time.
Since May the 4th. Tie game, 9th inning.
And you would think Familia will leave the ball. If he's going to throw a fastball, he's going to keep it away. Probably the same with the slider. Also throws a split to lefties. He's going to try to avoid giving Dickerson anything that he can pull in the air. We show that view from behind home plate. Not a lot of time to react as a hitter. Gets on you pretty quick.
Try to blink right when the pitch comes and see if you see the pitch enter the catcher's glove. Good luck. You ever accidentally step in the batting cage and you go in the fast one? These guys are even better than that. And then you don't know what's coming. He's behind 3-1. He walked Diaz last inning. Trying to get aboard. Keep the inning going. Give the Pirates a chance to take a lead in the bottom half. There's a base hit for Dickerson. 2 out, pinch hit single.
Now he was looking for something to turn on. He turned on it. Couldn't get it in the air, but picks himself up a hit. And it's a two-seam fastball, and that's a good location. It's down and away. Not going to get beat with one swing when you throw the pitch down there and away from the batter. But a base hit.
Starling Marte 0 for 4 tonight. Out toward Bautista. And he makes the grab. Pirates turned aside in the ninth. And the ex-Pirate will send the Mets up with a chance to win in the bottom half. Going to be the Pirates and the Mets. Tomorrow, Ivan Nova will take on Zach Wheeler of the New Yorkers, and we're on the air with you at 6:30 for Pirates pregame, presented by WB Mason. There's Nova. Question is, will the Pirates be going for a sweep or for merely the series win? Tonight we'll decide that. Bottom of the ninth, Jose Reyes will lead it off for New York. And Stephen Brault on to pitch.
5 wins for Brault, a 4.07 ERA.
This is the second time in his life that he's pitched on back-to-back days. Did so earlier this year. And the year, and or part of the year, I should say, out of the Pirates rotation, learning on the job as a reliever.
Good looking backdoor slider there. Wanted it in, but still, nice job, Diaz, backhanding that, holding it there.
And Harrison has the first out. Brault has pitched well out of the Pirates' pen. 2.76 ERA as a reliever this year. Hasn't seen many of these Mets before, and they haven't seen him. Ahmed Rosario going to pinch hit for Familia.
Geared up for the heat, didn't get it.
And ahead 0-2. Amelia went an inning and 2/3 scoreless. Stranded his 2 inherited runners in the 8th. Bautista on deck.
'95 from Brault.
Yeah, that velocity is certainly ticked up at times out of the pen. Good effort by Osuna. Just not very high in the air. One out, bottom of the 9th. I think he went. Oh, yes. Rosario down on strikes. Brault has gotten the first 2 men in the 9th.
It's such a big pitch for him this year, that slider.
Late downward movement.
And now Bautista. "37 years old, 6-time All-Star. Nearing the end of his career. Wasn't sure if he would have this season, but the Braves called him in April, and after he was cut free, the Mets signed him up.
Brault fell behind him in last night's game, ended up coming back and striking Bautista out. And I would bet if it's a pitch Bautista likes, he's going to let it go.
Now 3-1. He looks at 2.
How about that? They're middle too. Doesn't let it go.
Now he's swinging.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised at 3-0. He's looking fastball, sees slider. So 3-1, he's probably looking slider and gets fastball. Caught in between.
If Brault gets Bautista, we go to the 10th. And he struck him out looking. Steven Brault comes on, strikes out 2 in a 1-2-3 9th. Extra innings coming up in New York.
is brought to you by your Western PA Chevy dealers. Proud sponsor of Extra Innings. Let's go Bucks!
10th inning coming up, and that's thanks to Stephen Brault issuing that 1-2-3 bottom of the ninth, striking out Bautista Lucan. The Pirates are 3-2 in extras. The Mets 3-5.
Tim Peterson, 186 ERA, just 6 games, 9 2/3 innings, 11 strikeouts, 2 walks. Opponents hitting 176. Not a hard thrower. Fastball, slider, split. Only throws about 90 miles per hour.
Yeah, the shift is on for Meadows. Hit with a pitch and walk tonight. 1 pitch, 1 out for Peterson. In his first major league games here this season with the Mets. Now Josh Harrison. He had a slide into a Cabrera that couldn't have been cleaner, and Cabrera took absolutely no umbrage to it whatsoever. But it appeared that Familia was marking at him, and the bench is empty. And that was that. Harrison laid down a beautiful bunt back in the 8th inning. His lone safety tonight. Up to first. Flores to Peterson for the 2nd out. This was back in the 8th inning. Routine baseball slide, legal even by today's standards. Even a pat on the leg for good sportsmanship by J-Hay and Cabrera. Look at this, was Cabrera's reaction, protecting J-Hay, saying no, he did everything fine. This is fine. And you know J-Hay was talking for a while about that. He's still talking.
I just have never seen anything like that.
Out to right. Bautista back. And on the track. The final out. Freeze gave it a ride. What a 1-2-3 inning for Tim Peterson. 3 tie, and the pin man.
It's a great hat.
Yeah. Even pinned his ears. Look at that. Everything's pinned. Brault pitched to 1-2-3 ninth.
If he washes that jersey, I wonder if does he have to take all the pins out, or does he just leave the pins on the jersey?
That'd be a loud clanking sound in that on the dryer. 2-0 here on Conforto, who homered his last time up. Brault has been effective against lefties. They slug 193 against him. That slider has to be sharper as the year's gone on. Don't you think?
Pitch right there. I mean, you're sitting dead red fastball if you're Conforto there. You're looking to hit another homer, walk it off, and that ball just ran away from him.
But he's behind 3-1. 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Mets here in the 10th. And that's ball 4, the call. Well, how did we get to this spot in the 10th, all tied up? Back in the 5th inning, Pirates getting on the board. Jose Osuna rolling that single to plate the Pirates' first run. Gregory Polanco having a nice night at the plate tonight. That tied the game after the Mets scored twice in the first inning. Then in the 7th, both teams trading home runs. Gregory Polanco giving the Pirates so far their only lead tonight, and Conforto with the equalizer in the bottom half. 3-3 our score as it remains here in the 10th. And Todd Frazier takes ball 1. 0 for 4 tonight. Career walk-off home runs. These two have never faced each other. Very few of these Mets hitters have seen Brault before.
Seems to me he's hit one against the Pirates. Tony Watson. I could be wrong.
Back in his Reds days.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call the ball. Two balls and a strike.
Man, his 93 just looks so much harder. It looks like there's movement. It looks like there's certain pitchers that just, for whatever reason, they let go of the ball and it just explodes through the hitting zone. And it seems like Brault has that type of fastball.
That's against a righty hitter too. Kind of stuck his bat out on it. I mean, Brault in a starting role, you know, 91, 92, right? I mean, this didn't seem like it had that same oomph to it. And this is the second day in a row he's pitched. Not really used to that.
I still thought his fastball at 90, 91, 92 played better than velocity. Late movement.
May stay in play. That's going to get back amongst the patrons. Still 2-2 on Todd Frazier. Ball walked Conforto. He's at first with nobody out. Conforto, an average runner. And that will sneak through the left side. Moves Conforto into scoring position with nobody out.
Well, good at bat. Frazier was fouling off borderline pitches. Tommy Prince sending out directions for how the Pirates are going to play this defensively, but I do not imagine the Mets would bunt in this situation.
With their cleanup hitter up, Cabrera, with 2 singles and a walk tonight.
Not only that, you bunt Cabrera, you're probably going to walk Flores, and then you got Dominic Smith batting with the bases loaded, 1 out. Left on left with 4 punch outs. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
And Diaz can't hold on. Oh, wow, that was a tough play.
Yeah, that would have been a heck of an out. That would have been a huge out.
That was a really difficult play that Diaz almost made there. I don't think I've ever seen this play made before, and he almost had it.
Man, yeah, I wonder. Yeah, that's in and out. I wonder if he's going to be charged with another error on that one.
Oh, I can't imagine that. No. Difficulty of that play. Let's see if they have Cabrera bunting again. He shows it in the air again, and Brault makes the catch.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher. Not a very good bunt. For me, not a very good decision, although I mean, had no guarantee. I like the scenario I'm playing through my mind as the lineup sits here. If they bunt him over, you're probably not pitching to Flores. And then Smith is due up. Doesn't mean he will bat. They do have Mesoraco and Kuzmarski on the bench. Mesoraco.
He would be the choice, I would think, even though he's the backup catcher.
Yeah.
The other 2 guys again on the bench are rookies. So Wilmer Flores now with 1 out. The runners do not move up. Mets helping out the Pirates. Flores with a 2-run single back in the first. 3-run home run pinch hitting last night. Good quality strike. Flores a couple of years ago hit lefties at a .710 slugging percentage. I mean, he traditionally has hit lefties well. Winning run for the Mets at second with 1 out. That's fair. It hit the umpire. It's a fair ball. And here comes Conforto to win it for the Mets.
And that's another reason why you don't bunt Cabrera. You're taking the bat out of your, maybe your best hitter's hand. The way Flores has swung the bat with the big home run last night and the 2 RBIs back in the first inning. Boy, that's a rocket shot.
And the Mets, who have lost 14 of their previous 15 here. These home fans have only had 1 chance, and that was in a shutout win, to hoot and holler over the last month plus here at Citi Field to get to walk-off winners tonight. And that one hit Brian O'Nora. Ball continues to be in play. That wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
The walk, the hit, and then Flores.
It's like you almost wish that Cabrera got the bunt down. We might still be playing.
Strangely enough,
because he wouldn't have got the hit. There's no way you're going to let him hit. You're going to walk.
strange things happen sometimes, and the Mets, it has been rare, but they win it in walk-off fashion tonight, 4-3, and even the series. And now let's go back to the studios and check in with Rob and Michael.